All right, great leaders. This moment we will be looking into some of the red zone issues, that are associated with how people respond within conflict. So it's important we understand how we respond and why we respond within conflict, some of those issues within us. When we talk about issues, we mean some salient norms, values within us that have formed part of the triggers in us. So you will understand your highest trigger when it comes to conflict. Some of the things that got to trigger, they are actually resident within us. They are not from external. External things can only trigger those things. The laxity in us, those values that are not well placed or well shaped, form a basis for connection from those triggers. And so then we call them red zone issues. That's what we call them. For example, some people have issues of control. Some people have issues of acceptance. Some people have issues of survival. And some people have issues of competence. Why are there issues? It depends on the values that are salient within individuals. And because of it, they respond to life based on those things. When somebody has issues of control, for instance, it means that when he's no longer in control of anything, he tends to be angry. But when he discovers that he's not in control of something, he becomes angry. And because he becomes angry, he flares up, emotions come in, becomes personal. Why? Because something is not within his or her control. And this is important. So it's a red zone issue. So we focus now on control. Issues of control. Some people have these issues of control. They want to be in charge of something and everything in particular. And so when the decision does not land them to be in control of something, it becomes an issue. It becomes a personal thing. So when they take it personal, because they can't be in control of something of interest to them, it becomes a conflict and it escalates. Some people even go to the extent of using anger to gain control. So when they are not able to gain control, they lose their temper, they become angry as a manipulative means to gain control, and so that everything will bow to them. And that's a very bad behavior. Any leader who does it is declining in his leadership roots. So to grow in your relationship will mean to understand your person and know where these issues can be a trigger to you, and be able to realign your values so that these things that used to trigger you will no longer trigger you again. It's important. Those who have issues of control are threatened in life when they cannot be in charge of something. They say to themselves, well, the world is not to be trusted, therefore I must bring everything within my control and everyone within my control. And now that's innate within them. That is a non-verbal value within them. And so when they are no longer in control of something, it becomes a red zone issue. So when you take a decision that removes things out of their control, it becomes personal. They escalate, becomes a challenge in their own relationship with people, it becomes a problem. And so as a great leader, learn to understand this. Do not use that as a manipulative means to gain control. People use anger. People use anything as a manipulative means to gain control. Usually people who have issues of control usually flare up at certain things. When those things do not fall in line, they hardly go the peaceful way. They want to insist on their way, and they use anger to try to bring everyone to be threatened so they can have their part. But that is manipulation, and that is not good. As a great leader, you will need to learn who you are. Self-awareness is critical. If you have issues of control within the red zone, you need to deal with yourself and find a way to re-evaluate yourself and de-escalate the triggers that are associated with control in your life. And that is important. And so we can learn this and learn how to take things away out of the red zone and channel them towards the blue zone where peace is possible. Understanding that the decision is not about your ability to control things. It's about the growth of the organization. It's critical. So when you have issues of control, you would always want to control things, and when things are not in play that way, it becomes a red zone issue. You escalate the conflict. You take it personal. Everyone who made that suggestion becomes your enemy. Everyone who is working towards it becomes an enemy for you. Do not come to that point. And the reason why we're discussing this is so that you see your team members and the people you work with and even yourself, and know that this is the reason why some people behave in certain ways they do within conflict. And if you know that, you can now find a way to help them so that they too can help themselves. But it's critical, it's important. You learn to help yourself as a leader. Take responsibility. Make it intentional. Take the initiative to advance yourself beyond the issues of control, so that you will know that everything must not work around you. Things must not revolve around you. Everything must not always be within your control, because you have nothing to lose. Just learn that way. Learn to understand that and learn to embrace that things are not threatening you, and people can be trusted, and that people are not threatening you when you're not in control of things. And that is very, very critical. Thank you so much, and God bless you. We discuss another issue in the next video.